Hey everyone! So, okay, whenever we go live or whenever we do like our cocktail Q&As on Instagram, the question we get the most, if it's not the most asked question, it's definitely in the top 3. What is the best cocktail in Disney World? And there's different iterations of it, whether it's what's the best cocktail in each park, in each resort, what have you. And we always get kind of bummed out because our answer is always the same. Now, that makes sense because we have, in our opinion, found what we think is the best cocktail in each park, and we've shared that with you. The answer has never changed. It's always the same thing. But we couldn't help but think like, I wish we could shake things up a little bit. So that's when we decided, let's make a video and go out and try to find the next best cocktail in each park. Obviously, you've seen the title of this video. That's what we're doing today. I say today, but we actually filmed this over the course of a few trips. We didn't want to hit all 4 parks in one day. We didn't want to be completely soused by the end of the day. So this was filmed a while back. But one thing I also want to point out is the prices on some of the cocktails have actually increased since we filmed, and you'll see it when I show images of the menu. On our little tagline, you'll see at the bottom when I describe the cocktail, I have updated it with the most current price as of January 2023. So without further ado, let's get to the cocktails.
As we said, we are here on the quest to find the next best cocktails in each of the parks. So we are here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, specifically in Galaxy's Edge, and we are trying out the Croissant Cooler. This is offered over here at Ronto Roasters. This is a bourbon-based cocktail with Maker's Mark. Definitely a tartness to it as well, but I'm gonna go through the ingredients here in just a bit. The Croissant Cooler has Maker's Mark bourbon, Luxardo maraschino liqueur, Carpano Antica sweet vermouth, cranberry juice, and lime juice. And I think a spaceship is taking off right now as he tries that.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Well, I totally missed what you said was in this.
So it's so in this cocktail you have Maker's Mark, you have Luxardo maraschino liqueur, some sweet vermouth, cranberry juice, and lime juice.
Okay, yeah, I definitely get that Luxardo, which is really, really nice to have in a cocktail like here in just like a theme park. Yeah. Really good, I like it.
It's a luxury ingredient for sure, so.
Yeah, and you can taste it.
Yeah, I get a lot of tartness. Do you get that as well?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I prefer. I don't want an overly sweet drink,
yeah.
So this is really nice. It's almost refreshing.
Great. All right, so you have to really search for the bourbon in this. I'm not getting that right up front. I'm definitely getting the Luxardo. To me, this tastes like almost like a wild berry lemonade kind of take on it. So that's what you're getting here. Not so much bourbon. I didn't get that.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Not necessarily, but I still like the flavor of it.
Yeah.
So
those that don't want like a spirit-forward drink, this is probably a good one for you. It's nice and refreshing. You can walk around the park with it, so it's a good cocktail for a quick service place.
So our favorite drink here in Hollywood Studios is the Martini Flight from Hollywood Brown Derby and the Brown Derby Lounge. You can get it there too. Would you say this is the second best drink?
I would say this is the most approachable drink for most people. This is definitely high up on the list. All right, so we've been trying to spotlight all of our favorite cocktails through each unique park, and frankly here at Magic Kingdom it's a little bit limited because we are talking about cocktails. Mostly you can get wine and champagne at like the Our Guest restaurant and some of the mini restaurants you have up and down Main Street, but for cocktails we actually like Skipper Canteen here. So they have a couple different seasonal offerings. I happen to really enjoy their sangria that we had last time, so if you're going to try cocktails, I always recommend Skipper Canteen. All right, so we're continuing our journey to find the best cocktails inside the park. So here we are at Epcot. We made our way through the World Showcase to Mexico, and we're trying out some margaritas. Now, one thing we'll tell you is that margaritas was not traditionally one of the cocktails we love, but during COVID, we picked up Taco Tuesday, and we started making some really good margaritas. And here we are at La Cantina de San Angel to try some of their margaritas.
Here at La Cantina, they have margaritas on the rocks. There's 2 of them. One of them is the top shelf Classica. The next is the El Tigre. For frozen margaritas, they have a lime and a mango. They have a trio of different floaters you can add. They've got sangria and draft beer. All right, for my cocktail, I went with the top shelf Classica. This is a margarita served on the rocks, as you can see. And in it, we've got some tequila, we've got some orange liqueur, fresh lime juice, corn liquor, and it's got a black ant salt rim. Looks great. Let's see how it is. Yeah, that is really, really good. I am loving the black ant salt rim.
It's got a little bit of a spice to it, at least certain parts of it do. I have to say, we've had quite a few margaritas on this trip. We tried one at Three Bridges Bar and Grill. That one was very, very sweet. We've had some poolside ones, which were okay. I feel like this one is the best one I've had so far. It's really balanced. It's got good flavor. It has that classic margarita taste you're going for. I think this is going to hit the spot for most people.
Awesome. And of course, it's top shelf. So it's the ingredients that are making it great, or is it the overall traditional approach to a margarita that you like about it?
I think all of the above.
Okay,
for
great.
Sure.
Awesome. So here we are with the El Tigre. This cocktail has Ojo de Tigre Mezcal, pomegranate prickly pear infused vodka, pineapple, and ginger juices with wildflower salt rim. Oh, this is very good. You're not gonna like it though.
Okay.
You're not gonna like it because mezcal. Mezcal
Right.
has a very smoky flavor to it. It's hello bird, hello. But this has mezcal, so it's gonna have a very smoky flavor. But the prickly pear and the ginger really kind of gives it a nice, elegant overall cocktail feel. This is very good. I would definitely come back and order this again. Not gonna try Mike's to see how it compares, but this is gonna be a little bit more of a specialty margarita. Okay, so this is straightforward margarita, the way we like it.
Right.
And that salt definitely provides a different flavor, and it's developing. That salt like has a couple different flavors in it, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's like it's a savory salt. What's it called? Black?
The Black Ant Salt Rim is
Black
what it
Ant
says on
Salt
the
Rim.
menu.
It's pretty good. You can definitely tell it has top shelf ingredients in it though. This is above all other margaritas we tried on this whole trip. I still like the other one, but that's because I love smoky mezcal.
So I went ahead and I tried Steve's El Tigre. I agree with him. It's got a lot of flavor, but it's heavy on the mezcal, so it's not my flavor profile. I go with the Classica, but both of these are fantastic.
So one thing I would tell you is that cocktails and liquor and almost everything is very subjective to the person that's actually trying it. So everybody has their unique palate. So we can only really advise what is our palate and what we enjoy. So number one here at Epcot for me is the Vesper at Le Chef de France. Still think it's a very delicious overall martini. If you're not a martini fan, then I would definitely recommend as my second favorite El Tigre. Now, having said that, we haven't tried every single cocktail here. It's not an exhaustive list. It's just the current list that I have going for me right now.
Yeah, so my favorite two cocktails here in Epcot can be found at the same place, at Le Chef de France. My number one is that Saint Germain cocktail. It's very refreshing with sparkling wine, Saint Germain, and a little bit of sparkling water. And it's fun because they give you that little carafe that shows the measurements already for you. And my number two is probably the Vesper Martini. That thing is so crisp, so cool. It's exactly what you want any time of the day, at least for us. Yeah, so those are gonna be my favorite two here at Epcot.
The only thing that's a little bit of a misfortunate situation with these cocktails is you do have to sit down. You do have to have a reservation to be able to enjoy them.
True.
So this will be a lunch experience or a dinner experience just to be able to try out these cocktails. For quick grab and go cocktails though, like I said, the margarita is a good choice.
It is, it really is.
Okay, so here we are at Animal Kingdom. As you know, we're trying to find the second best cocktail in each of the theme parks. We know our number one here is the Tempting Tigress, so we're gonna hit up a couple different spots. We're gonna start with the Dawa Bar as our first stop, so let's go in.
Here at the Dawa Bar, they've got something called Lion's Fury, and that's Red Stag Bourbon Whiskey, Jungle Juice, and a float of Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey with a Fiery Glow Cube. $17.
So we are at the Dawa Bar. This is an outdoor open air bar. It's right outside the entrance to Africa. There's a lot of amazing entertainment out here, live performances, but I'm mostly excited about the cocktails that they're offering here. So to try out my next drink, I'm gonna have the African margarita. With the typical margarita, we got a salt rim and of course a lime wedge on the inside. Aesthetically, it looks like a perfect margarita. Let's give it a try. So it's a little bit sweeter than I'm used to. I think that's the tangerine that's in this as well with the sweet and sour. Typically I like Cointreau and a little bit more of a traditional style. The flavors are still good. I'm just trying to find that African influence. Maybe tangerine is an African fruit, Mike. I don't know, but it's working for me. It's very refreshing.
And I decided to try their specialty cocktail, or rather, I guess it's seasonal, and this is the Lion's Fury. I do think it's funny that they say it's a float of the whiskey, because Steve watched them prepare it. It's just in a machine that's rotating and just pouring out, so. It's okay, it's not great, it's very sweet, so if you like a sweet cocktail, it is very refreshing, I like that, but yeah, it has that Jolly Rancher quality that I always find in these theme park cocktails. It's got a good flavor. I like it. I don't mind it. I definitely don't need to get it again. It is $17 with a glow cube, but you can save $3 by skipping the glow cube, and that's the way I recommend it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that we can have a seasonal cocktail as our number 2 spot because it won't
True.
be reliable for others. So how about you give mine a try to see what you think about it?
I would say no on this one.
Yeah.
It got that very phony, like lime juice flavor. It tastes exactly like the one we had at the Siesta Bar at the pool at Coronado Springs.
Yeah.
It's fine, refreshing. It's a pool drink. Nothing to write home about. How much was this?
$14.
For $14, I would say skip it.
Yeah. Oh, he's waving at you. Keep on waving. Wave back. Okay, so Mike and Caleb are out there trying to find Uncrustable. That's what Caleb wants right now for lunch, so we're going to make sure we oblige with that. And they're also going to go on Navi River Journey. So I'm on my way over to Nomad Lounge to see if there's another cocktail that might catch our eye for us to share together. Okay, so just so you understand where Nomad Lounge is, the Tree of Life is just over there. Pandora entrance is right over there, and Nomad Lounge is just before you cross over the bridge over to Pandora. So as you guys know, Damo Bar wasn't a home run for us, so we enlisted the help of one of our friends, Cam McDonald, Cam Mac Adventures on Instagram. He also has a YouTube as well. He used to actually work here in bartend here at Animal Kingdom, so we asked him for his recommendations. So he suggested a few more cocktails at Nomad Lounge that we're going to try right now. So his number 1 recommendation behind the Tempting Tigress is the Night Monkey. The Night Monkey has plantation original dark rum, guave puree, coffee simple syrup, and lime juice with a hint of, cilantro. So we'll see how this goes. So as we said, one of the nice little hacks with Nomad Lounge is you actually don't have to have a reservation there to try some of the cocktails. You can actually stand in a to-go line and actually order some of the cocktails to go. So this cocktail, the Night Monkey, costs us $14, and they give you a to-go container to enjoy throughout the parks. All right, so here is the Night Monkey. I would have to say it does have like a smoothie look to it, so I think that's the guava puree, so we'll see how it tastes. That's a pretty tasty cocktail. So it definitely has a very smooth approach to it with that guave puree, so you're gonna get much more of like a daiquiri finish on it. With that coffee bitters, it does kind of sneak in. Thankfully, I'm not getting that cilantro flavor. Thank goodness, because we all know that we're not cilantro fans, but this is a pretty good cocktail. Definitely beats the margaritas that we had over at Damo Lounge.
This is really good. I definitely understand what you're talking about when you say it's like very velvety.
Yeah.
I would say for us novices or newbies to alcohol, I would say it's very thick. It's a very thick cocktail, but it's not unpleasant. You know what it reminds me of though? It reminds me of an alcoholic version of the Pog juice.
Okay.
Served all over the resorts here in Disney. Most notably, we get it at Boma, and I'm not sure if they call it Pog juice anymore. I think they call it something else.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it is, but it's the pineapple orange guava juice. That's what this tastes like, with a little bit of a spike to it. It's really good. I like it.
It's refreshing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm trying to think, is it the naked juices that we typically have that are like that smoothie texture?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what it's like. It's like those naked juices.
Perfect. All right,
Yeah.
great. So does it rank number 2 for you yet?
Yes, I agree with Steve. It's definitely better than anything we've had at the Dawa Bar. Granted, we only had the 2 cocktails, but I would say this beats those.
Okay, great. And because, you know, for science sake, we need to make sure we know exactly what we're talking
Right.
about, the Tempting Tigress as well. Thank goodness we did the bus here because we're having a great day trying some of the
Right.
cocktails with a lunch coming up in about an hour. So we're gonna ride that over to Animal Kingdom Lodge. But like I said, this is number 1. We need to make sure we knew what was at the top so we can easily place number 2 out there. So,
Right.
like I said, Tempting Tigress. This has bourbon. It's got St. Elizabeth dram in there. It's got some tamarind syrup and some lime juice as well. So here we go. Oh, the animals have
The
quieted
animal
down.
noises just stopped. They all went to sleep.
Yes, thank goodness.
This is a moment.
I mean, still number 1. Still number 1, folks. So while being responsible, we can't try every single
Right.
cocktail known to the Animal Kingdom. But so far what we tried today is that the Night Monkey is our second favorite cocktail so far in what we sampled at the Animal Kingdom. So again, we're trying to provide some options for everybody, especially with our Q&A. They're always asking what our favorite cocktails are.
Right.
So today, Animal Kingdom, it's a Tempting Tigress. I'm using straws as pointers because I
Right.
got to illustrate the point.
Because here's the thing, we have a very discerning palate. That's
Yes.
the other thing. So this does take time.
It does, it does. And plus, again, we have a very specific, taste. We love bourbon, right?
Right.
And so you got to leverage that and understand that as your own particular approach to cocktails. So Tempting Tigress #1, #2, Night Monkey. There we go.
All right, so we've heard from a few of you messaging us throughout the day that this is the place to be, Restaurantosaurus Lounge. I'm shocked. I've never even heard of this.
Try that.
All righty. Oh, wow. That's very good.
The Bronto Breeze.
Bronto Breeze. Okay, I like that.
That's on the secret menu.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You want one for him too?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
What's in this?
Orange, a little bit of simple syrup, a little bit of triple sec, a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of sour mix, a little bit of soda water, and then usually the Maker's Mark or Buffalo Trace, but today I have to use Jim Beam. I'm so sorry about that.
Understood, yeah. Really good. Thank you so much.
Come here.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
What's this?
I don't know, you look inside.
What's in it?
It's a cookie!
Can you say thank you?
Thank you!
You're welcome.
Cookie!
All right, keep it together. Don't drop
And
it.
you have to sit down and eat that, okay?
Okay, so this is the Bronto Breeze. It's a bourbon-based cocktail, and let me try it, right? It's pretty light and refreshing. It's really good. It's not your traditional bourbon drink, so you're gonna get like a little bit of a sour flavor with this, but I think this might be #2. Might be #2.
All right, so as I mentioned, we are here at Restaurantosaurus Lounge. We were about to leave the park. We came back in because so many of you messaged us throughout the day that you saw our post, you knew what we were doing. You said, you have to check this out. You have to find bartender Jimmy. We did. He was super friendly, very awesome with Caleb. Gave him a free cookie. I told him the video we were doing, we're big fans of the Tempting Tigress, we're looking for #2, cocktail favorite #2. So he made us the Brontosaurus Breeze. Is that what he said?
Bronto Breeze.
Bronto Breeze. I guess it's usually made with either Maker's Mark or Buffalo Trace. Today he did have to use Jim Beam, but I'm a big fan. This is really good. And there you have it, the next best cocktails in each of the Disney parks in Walt Disney World. What did you think? Is there something we missed? Because we got so many texts from you guys that day, or rather messages, saying make sure you go here, make sure you go there. Obviously we were limited on time, but let us know in the comments below, what are your favorite cocktails and what are some things that you would like to see us try and review? Well, we hope you liked this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and from our magic family to yours, enjoy.